What's up, everybody? This is CJ of Airsoft Outlet Northwest, and I am out at Action Acres in Canby, Oregon for the Paratrooper Down game. As you can see, it was gray and overcast and wet, so business as usual for Oregon. We had a handful of players that showed up at the beginning, but more eventually trickled in, and I'm sorry that I don't have the audio from this particular portion of the video, but that's because the cover on the GoPro that I was using didn't really allow me to capture audio that well, and you could hear the creaking of the camera moving around. So to spare your ears, instead of that audio, I'm going to entertain you with my voice. One of the coolest things that I saw when we were prepping our gear was this group of individuals that had World War II kits. These guys' kits were nothing short of perfect. So I called this particular young man around so we could get a full view of his World War II Marine kit, and he had everything from the proper helmet to the yellow leggings. It was fantastic, and that just goes to show that not everybody who does airsoft has to look like a Navy SEAL or a CAG operator or some super cool special forces high speed low drag ninja. You know, some people appreciate the history of the military, and I think that's very cool too. The main story of this game is that a paratrooper from a rogue nation was flying an experimental aircraft and was shot down, and now there are two factions attempting to recover this paratrooper and what secrets he may have. Now, while both factions are indeed engaged in what is basically a large game of team deathmatch and sector control with each other, they're also seeking out me, who is the paratrooper. And if they shoot me, then I can give them a side mission, and that side mission grants rewards like airstrikes and tank support. For this game, I was armed with my Crytek Trident LVOA, which is a very, very cool gun. I'm very, very happy with it, and I finally got the chance to play with it. I've had the thing for more than 5 months, and this is the first time I've actually been able to take it out and play with it in a game, so I was really, really stoked about actually getting out and be able to play with it. I know, having a full-size battle rifle isn't really practical for a, quote, pilot, end quote, but I have a couple of other projects with my SMGs that are in the works and will soon be featured on Airsoft Outlet Northwest's YouTube page. So keep your eye open for that. In this particular portion, I've been captured by the green team, and they're going to extract me to their base. That guy right there with the huge scar, that's Reaper. He's an old school United States Marine. Really deep, really scary voice, talks like this. When the guy talks, people listen. Very, very cool guy, very fun to play with, really knows his stuff. So if you ever come down to Action Acres and you get the opportunity to captured by green team, is mobile. It's a real honor to actually be able to play BB Wars beside that guy. Especially because he's an old school Marine like my dad. But the green team was extracting me, and I told them, I said, well, while you've got me, I will fight with you, but I need you guys to understand that I move at my pace. I did that for 2 reasons. One, because I feel that it gives the other team a chance to capitalize, to see me in motion, therefore encouraging engagement. And 2, because I'm fat.
Just so you know, I do fight
Not really fat, but I didn't really want to be running around in the soggy woods all day. Speaking of soggy woods, if you're going to play outdoor in Oregon, please, it would behoove you to invest in wool socks and waterproof boots. It doesn't matter what time of year it is. If it's raining in Oregon and you're playing in the woods, wool socks, waterproof boots.
I hope no wayward blues see you.
You will thank me later, I promise.
Yo. Green team has captured the paratrooper.
I'm so mad that I didn't get the
Oh
beginning
my
of this
God.
particular part on tape. The blue team actually
I
captured me
hope
in the
I
field and
did.
was escorting me back to their base
That was the most
when the
badass thing
green
ever.
team actually set up an ambush near their base and wiped out more than half their army right there. And I was so mad that I didn't get it on tape because it was such a perfectly executed ambush. They managed to actually still get me to the blue base. I think
You
they
might want
just
to
didn't
grab me.
have quite enough guys to actually finish taking out the rest of the team. But that last ditch effort was fantastic.
Okay.
Probably all Reaper's doing.
Oh, you want?
Another fun wrinkle that we threw into the game is that while I was out in the field, I was actually a rogue element, meaning I had no allegiance to either side. So I could, if I chose to, fight with the group for a little bit or try to take out both sides because I had no allegiances. Now, one of the things that I did keep in mind when doing this is I never lied about my
Hit.
intentions. I always said, if
Good
I'm
shot.
fighting with you, I'm fighting with you. I would never turn on somebody mid-firefight because that's a real jerk move.
Still haven't convinced your
So
girlfriend
we're
to
going to
come and
lunch,
play with you?
and I just wanted to cast a spotlight on this young lady right here. She's a minor, so I won't say her name, but I always call her Little Lethal because she's like
Sorry to hear that.
5 foot nothing. But she's very, very good with that rifle. Very fierce, very aggressive player. Lots of fun to play with. Another one of the new things going on at Action Acres is Action Acres has a new referee staff to run the airsoft games. And strangely enough, these guys are actually not airsoft guys, they're paintball guys. And they said they wanted to try running airsoft games because, well, to them, airsoft looks fun. And I think that's fantastic that we as a community are striving to build bridges between airsoft and paintball because, well, there's not really a lot of difference between the two, except, and I always tell people this openly, I feel like in airsoft it's much easier to cheat because you don't have pock marks of paint marking you, and you can just say, oh, well, I didn't feel it, oh, well, you didn't hit me. And our sport is heavily rooted in honor. But, you know, I know all of you who watch my videos aren't those types of people who don't call their hits. I know you're fantastic people, and you all do, because I played with most of you guys, and you guys are fantastic people. All in all, I'm just really glad to see, more paintball players becoming interested in airsoft and how we play the game. And hopefully, some of us might decide to stop by a paintball game and show them how it's really done, tactical style.
Yeah, just. So that's it for Operation Paratrooper Down. Blue Side won. Had a great time. Probably one of the best games that we played at Action Acres so far. So if you ever find yourself in the Oregon area, look up Action Acres. Great outdoor place to play, great people, great staff, whole lot of fun.